Hey guys, we are live again. Another fantastic session awaits us. Today, I have another great soul, another powerful individual, young man who is doing amazing in his field. Today, we have Remedy Nwankwo, and this is Young and Earning Summit, as you guys all know, where we put the spotlight on amazing individuals who are truly making money legitimately, not making millions of dollars or whatever, but they are making money legitimately. That's the concern, that's the narrative to change our thinking, the thinking of young individuals concerning how they are making money and making money legitimately. So this afternoon, it's already 12 noon in Nigeria. So I'm saying good afternoon to you, good morning to you, or good evening to you, as the case may be. If you're in Nigeria, good afternoon. If you're in any other part of the world, good evening or good morning or good afternoon, as the case may be. So without wasting so much time, we want to welcome our guest on today's summit. Today is the 19th, and amazing. We have had 18 conversations with 18 different individuals. Today is the 19th day, and we are glad that we have Remedy Nwankwo in our midst today. Remedy, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I am very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So, guys, as you are tuning in right now, I can see people have already tuned in into the show. Please let us know where you are tuning in from. Drop your name, your comment. Tell us the city you're tuning in from. If you're in Nigeria, let's know your city. If you're outside of Nigeria, let's know your city. And please, as usual, share this live stream. There is a share button just beneath the screen or beneath the frame that you are watching us on. Just tap the share button there, and this video will be shared to as many people who are on your contact list or those who are following you on social media. So go ahead and let's know where you're tuning in from. That's the first thing. Drop your comments. Let's know where you're tuning in from, and we can thank you and show your name on the screen for tuning in. And then go ahead to share this live stream because we are going to have another powerful conversation with another powerful soul. Today is Remedy Nwankwo on the show. All right, so Remedy, let's go straight into it. We have read your bio. We have seen a whole lot of things that about you. People know you as the Zadi of Abuja, who's doing amazing work, right? But we want to know maybe there are some other things that we don't know about you that you want to tell us. So just give us a rundown of your journey. All right, I mean, reading your profile, how your parents were not able to take care of you, and then you left, and then you started to do hawking on the streets. From there, you got yourself into university, studied law. I mean, did everything you did, came out top class, and then now you are doing some other things. So just give us a rundown of the journey, what happened from your childhood up until this point in time, where you're doing so remarkably well in the field of blogging. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here. I want to also thank those who are joining. This is an opportunity I don't take for granted. I am very delighted and humbled to be on this platform, and I am hoping that today will be fun. That we're going to do the do, and that we're going to have fun at the end. Well, my life has been quite a journey. I was born into a very humble home. My parents are very amazing people, so amazing, but they just don't have money. And like most Nigerian families, money is always an issue. And growing up was a very tough one. We had lots and lots of challenges. Trying to have our shit together. It was very difficult. There were times we struggled to feed and all that. And there even a time I didn't have a bed. I didn't know what bed. I didn't know what bed was growing up. It was just maths and stuff like that. And I never knew before that people used to eat 3 times a day. It's very crazy. It was that bad. Right. But then I finished primary school. I happened to get a 3 year scholarship to a secondary school, even though I didn't use that. And then after secondary school, my parents insisted I should go to a college of education in my state. But at that time, I had this mindset that I could do anything I set my mind to do. I was introduced to self-help books and motivational books at that time. This was around 2020, 2008, 2009, 2010. So I had this my first exposure to motivation, and I was all pumped up. And I indeed believed that I could accomplish whatever I wanted to do, and indeed I did to a large extent. So I told them that I wanted to study law and I wanted to go to the university, not take qualification. So they were panicking, and their fears were very much grounded. So I say, let's have a deal. Okay, so give me the money you're supposed to pay for college education. I'm going to figure out a way to make it up and pay for school fees for university. I'm going to get into university and I'm going to study law and I'm going to graduate and I'm going to become a lawyer. They laughed over it because it felt like a childish, dream, a small boy's lofty but unguided dreams, right? So indeed, I left home at that time for one full year. I was in the streets of Onitsha, slugging it out. There's nothing people sell that I've not sold. Gala, lacasera, chin chin, dry meat, even pure water I have sold. Whatever it is, sometimes you have to chase buses. People buy your stuff and they want to run away. You have to chase them when it is the rain is falling, whether it is sun, just about any kind of condition. You have to be there. You have to slug it out. And there was a point in time in my life that I used to go to bank and deposit 100 naira. I was selling things and I needed to meticulously save money because there was a goal. It was very, very, very important to me. So I opened the bank account with First Bank. That was my very first bank account. So I was saving small, small money, 1,000, 2,000, sometimes 500. It was just trickling in small, small, and I was doing different things. If this one is not working, I move on to another. And while I was doing all those hawking, I don't think there's a village in Anambra that I don't know. I've been to different villages and hawked different things in Anambra, Ikulobia, Nanka, Umobia, so many places that I've gone to sell my wares to, raise money to get into school. And while I was doing that, I also needed to read because JAMB, was awaiting me the following year. Is very important. So whenever I come back, I usually come back around 10, 11. I still need to, not all the days anyway, to, take 1 or 2 hours and then look at a book or two and see what I could learn because I knew that I had 4 different subjects waiting for me in JAMB. So after a year or so, I saved, some money and then I started to take JAMB. I wrote JAMB. I had 244 in JAMB and about 253 in POSEMI. I was 73 points above the cutoff mark. And then I was admitted meritoriously to study law. And then the money I saved, my parents gave me 30K. I was able to pay the first school fees. And then my life started turning on neon. It was turning on neon and turning on neon because while in school, my first year was horrible, especially my first semester in school. I remember that there was a week I ate gari all through, gari that my mother sent to me. I roasted the gari, I fried the gari, I drank the gari, I shit the gari. Like, oh goodness God. It was crazy at that time. But while all that was going on, I knew, according to my mother, that somebody who doesn't have money can go to school. However, he's going to suffer. And then when you get to class, those whose parents have money and those whose parents don't have money will sit in the same class. They will be taught by the same lecturer. They will write the same exams. They will probably have, better scores if they read. So what was the responsibility on me to read, to prepare, and of course to write my exams? I had just one shoe in my first semester 100 level. It was an okay shoe, but it was my job to polish it well. I had about 3 white shirts and then 2 black trousers, and life was going on. I indeed started school with a lantern. I was the only person in my hostel that had a lantern, kerosene lantern for that matter. It was bizarre, but that's what I could, afford at the point in time. And then while all that was going on, I started thinking, how can I make sure that I stay in school? Because we've paid first school fees, but that's not the problem. The problem is how to pay the second year, third year, fourth year, and then the 500 level, which is the final year. And indeed, go to school. How can I do that? It's a very difficult thing. So what did I do? I started looking out for opportunities. I said, okay, what business can I do? So I found out I could, start a charge card printing business. I started charge card printing business. I was printing small. I think I started with 9,300 or so. So I went to UNN. I learned how to print recharge card from somebody. I came back, to my school. I started printing. I'll print, and then when I'm going to school, I drop with all these umbrella people. I don't think they sell recharge card like that now, but at that time, around 2011, 2012, that was in vogue, right? That was in vogue. So I would print and drop with them, and then I was making small money to keep body and soul together. There's small money in recharge card printing, and then somebody, one of the people that owned the shops I was supplying to, saw that I didn't have money, so the person started funding me. Give me 100K, I'll buy in bulk. 200K, I'll buy in bulk, deliver to her, and then make my profit. And while that was also going on, I was looking for scholarships, right? Because I had heard that students in Nigerian universities, could gain scholarships, and then oil companies will fund their education. I was looking for that opportunity. It was a lifesaver to me at that point in time. I don't think I would be here today if I had not had access to certain opportunities. So I started applying for these scholarships. I did the first application. I was not invited for exam. Of course, normally you would apply and then they will invite you for exam. And if you pass the exam, they will award you the scholarship. But my problem was that I was not getting invited for the exam. It was very crazy. First application failed, second application failed, third application failed, and all my friends who were applying with me all gave up. They believed that it was a Nigerian factor, and if you don't know anybody, you cannot possibly win a scholarship. But well, I couldn't stop applying because those people probably have somebody that will pay their school fees. I don't. I am here on my own, so I have to work out my salvation in fear and trembling. Our fights were different. They had a different fight. I had a survival fight, an existential problem. Their problem is probably how to, make money and live fine in school. But mine was about existence. It was about survival. So I couldn't give up even when they did. So I continued to apply. I did 14 applications. I didn't get invited for even one exam. And then I realized, I learned that the shortest route to accomplishing anything you want to accomplish is through mentorship. To find somebody who has done what you want to do and is successful at it, and the person is able to help you climb the ropes. It helps you fly on somebody's wings, on somebody's shoulder, and see farther than your mates, do better than your mates, and excel exceedingly, right? Provided is quality mentorship. So I went out looking for somebody on scholarship. I found somebody in Uniben, right? And the person was able to, a medical student at that time. His name is Ekene Aja. I remember. So he was able to, look at my application and saw that I was making some mistakes. He helped, guided me, and applied for my 15th application. Okay, 15th application. And when I made my 15th application, I was invited. That was NNPC Chevron scholarship. So I was invited for exam. I wrote the exam. And then I passed the exam. That was my very first scholarship. It was 100,000 naira at the time, right? And in the course of the exam, something happened, and that thing that happened has led me to where I am today, right? And how did it happen? I went to the exam and I saw that over 800 students were supposed to write the exam, and they would take only 100. So I prayed and said, God, I need this scholarship, right? There's nobody else here that needs this thing more than me. I think I deserve this. I think I should have this. And I think without your help, I will not get it, because I'm afraid I may not be the best around there. And 100 people out of 800 is a lot. So I prayed and I said, God, please give me this scholarship. I'm going to make sure that at that time I was part of the NIFES fellowship. I used to be a religious papa at that point in time. So I said, please give me this scholarship. I'm going to make sure that your children who are on campus, in my own campus, especially my fellowship, we know about scholarships and they're going to apply, because a lot of students were also suffering, just like I was suffering at that point in time. So about 2 months later, God honored that covenant, and I won the NNPC Chevron scholarship, and that was my first scholarship, 100,000 naira. The day I was paid, I had goosebumps. I couldn't hold my breath. I went to Union Bank. I will do the 100,000. I wanted to be sure that somebody will pay me money for doing nothing. It's amazing. It's crazy. So I saw that it was real money. I counted. It was 100,000. I redeposited 99,000. I took 1,000. I went home. I bought a chilled bottle of malt, and then I lay down on my floor. I prayed and prayed, I prayed, I prayed, I wept profusely, I cried deeply because I knew that I had escaped dropping out of school. Nothing was ever going to make me drop out of school. What they required was 3.5 CGPA. When I didn't have scholarship, I was having 3.5. Is it now that I have a scholarship and somebody's paying my school fees, I will not have 3.5? I knew by all indices that I had escaped, being a school dropout. And this was, of course, in my second semester in my 200 level. That was amazing. It was a miracle to me, a dream come true. So I started going to our fellowships and giving testimonies, encouraging people to apply. I got out of fellowships. I started going. Of course, that was my part of the covenant. I had to fulfill a part of the covenant that I had with God. So I started going from classes to classes. Those who are on this call, who finished from my school, Ebonyi State University, we know that at a point in time, I was known literally with scholarship, only scholarship. I was going from class to class, faculty to faculty, talking about scholarships. People should apply, it's free and all that. And for the first time in the history of my school, because of my efforts, people now started attending scholarship exams. And the first time we went with about 2 buses. It had never happened in the history of my school. That was the first time. And a couple of persons got the scholarship, and then I continued. And that is what led me to the blogging I'm doing now. Of course, when I graduated, and while I was on that covenant preaching scholarships, I was winning more scholarships. I had about 4 to 5 scholarships when I was in school. From my 300 level to 500 level, I had started earning 600,000 naira. So I entered school a broke ass guy, but I left school a millionaire. Before I left school, I had saved up some millions of naira before I left school, about I think 1 point something million naira, dangerously close to 2 million naira at that time. And then I used that money to go to the Nigerian law school at the time. And after law school, I had other challenges because transitioning from the idea of law to doing something else was a difficult thing for me, a very difficult thing. And the blogging I later settled for and what I do today came out from the covenant I had when I won my first scholarship. Because while I was going about preaching scholarships, people were applying and people were getting scholarships, right? And those days, people would call me, parents would call me and say, "Oh, wow, you helped my son to get a scholarship," and they begin to cry about how things are difficult and God has used what I do to help their children gain scholarships, local scholarships, and they're able to take off school fees or house rent as the case may be, right? So when I had that covenant with God and I was fulfilling my part, I was winning more scholarships. When I was leaving school, I asked God, please, how can I continue with this work I'm doing? I can't be in law practice and be coming back. Once I go to law school and I start practicing law, I won't have time to be going to classrooms and talking about scholarships. I can't do that. So it occurred to me that I could use a WhatsApp group, right? Put people there. Once there's something out, a scholarship is out, I'll post it there. And then I created a WhatsApp group, and in 24 hours it was filled up. Okay, so I devised another means. I said, all right, can't we do this online? I figured I could have a blog, a website where people can go and search about scholarships. If there's anyone, I'll post it. And that was how I created Scholars Arena, scholarsarena.net. That was how I started Scholars Arena. I paid a friend, Thomas Okechukwu, who was a programmer at the time. I paid him 15,000 naira and he designed scholarsarena.net for me. I started posting scholarships things there. So when people chat me up, if there's any scholarship, I refer them there. And then I went to law school. This thing started in around 2016, 2017. So I went to law school in 2017. Right. So while I was in law school, I engaged somebody that was, posting for me at that time. And then I figured out in law school, oh, wow, that I could make money from this thing. And there's something called blogging. And that what I was doing at that time was already blogging, but I did not know I was blogging. And I did not know there was money inside what I was doing. But when I went to law school and I realized that I could make money from posting those things I was posting, the Igbo man in me woke up. I got interested in the money. I started taking classes, I started traveling from law school. When I was in law school, I used to fly around a lot. I'll fly to Lagos to take a class. I'll fly to Port Harcourt to take a class. I'll fly to you. In fact, there was a class I went to take in you, and I was the only person that came outside you. And when the person landed, I came from Abuja, I was like, gentleman, how? Why? Because I had the zeal to make it work. So when you have the zeal to make stuff work, you're going to go the extra mile. You're going to go to do the extra, right? Those extras that make things become extraordinary, you're going to put in your best. You're going to push and push further because you want this to work and you're very passionate about it. So after a couple of months, I made my first, about 8 months later or so, I made my first $100. And that money was sent when I was in law school. I could not believe it. It came all the way from US. It landed in my account. I was still a student of the Nigerian law school at that time. I was like, good God, I could earn dollars sitting right here in Nigerian law school, and I'm seeing dollars. That's amazing. So the fire came up, right? So throughout my service here, I was learning and experimenting things, doing a lot of things. And in 2019, I decided I want to focus squarely on blogging and leave everything law. That's the biggest decision I've ever made in my life. It was a very strong point at that point in time, because how do you explain to mama lawyer that you have taken 7 years to study law and you are not saying, as the court pleases? That was a difficult moment in my life, that career switch, that point in time. However, the path I wanted to go was clear to me, right? The process I wanted to take was very clear to me, right? And when this path is clear, when you can see the future, you need to take action. You need to take action, right? If you're convinced that this is what you want to do, if you're very sure that this is what you want to do, and you can see the future you're building, the place you're going to, what is keeping you from that future is the action. You have to be deliberate. You have to take action. So I had to take action. And then I left everything in law and I went fully into blogging. And the journey has been amazing. I've been able to, accomplish a lot of things, collaborate with many people, build a lot of platforms. It might interest you to know that blog I started as a plaything, as an offshoot of my covenant with God that landed me scholarship. That blog today receives about visits from about 53 countries of the world every month. So that's the power of what that covenant was able to produce in my life. So blogging became my mainstay 2019, from 2017 down to, of course, 2021, 2022, which is this year. And what I've been able to do with that is that I've been able to replicate myself in many people. I do not believe that the blessings given to you are for you alone. I do not believe that the capacity, the gift, the intellect God has given to me is for me alone. I believe that I am the light of the world. I am not the light of my village. I'm not the light of my local government. I'm not the light of my state. I'm not the light of my people alone. I am the light of the world. And wherever I go, I shine my light. I share my knowledge. I see these things I do transform people. I see the work I do move people from having zero income online to making a couple of thousands of dollars. And that is how the Zadi thing that people call me came about, because there were a group of guys I brought to my space. I wanted to, guide them and show them what I do. So one day, one of them woke up and said, "What this thing you're doing for us, taking care of us and still teaching us and showing us the way. Now this is arguably what sugar daddies do for girls. I think you are the Zaddy of boys." So that was how the team came. Then over time, we transformed it from Zaddy of boys to Zaddy of Abuja and the Zaddy of Skiller that we have now. So if you call me Zaddy of boys, I'll probably sue you. If you call me Zaddy of Abuja, I'll probably sue you. But if you call me Zaddy of Skiller, I'll probably dash you dollars. Right. So over time, I transformed and refined what I was doing. I started teaching what I was doing. And in 2018, 2019, 2020, there were people that believed that anybody pressing a laptop is doing something illegal online. So over time, I started teaching. And then when I started teaching, people started coming to the light of what I was doing. And then miracles started happening. This year alone, 2022 alone, my blogging mentorship program has produced 29 millionaires. That is people who have made at least 1 million naira from blogging from the program, from the knowledge shared in my mentorship program. 29 of them. But I also have to point out that, of course, I have 3 persons under mentorship, right? Under my mentorship program. But not everybody, of course, has had that kind of result. Just 29 of them. However, these 29 are people who are dedicated, people who are focused, people who have put in a lot of work. It doesn't just, come cheap. But what I do is that I show you what I do. I pour what I know into you, so you'll be able to do what I do and get the result I get. And it is common knowledge that if you do what I do, if you know what I know and do what I do, you get the result I get. It's not rocket science. It's not abracadabra. It just happens. So that has been my journey so far, and God has been very faithful, very kind to me. I came from the trenches of the trenches, but God is taking me somewhere. God has taken me somewhere already, and God is taking me further. And I'm happy always to share this. Thank you.
Omo. Your story is similar to mine, and I will share a little bit about my story, regarding the scholarship. So at the time, that's one of the things that makes me very angry about the culture of my village. When someone dies, people are spending money to bury the dead. I hate it so much with everything inside of me, with all the venom. So it was in 1997. I had finished from secondary school. I was the best. I had 9 alphas. I had 5 A1s back then. In 5 A1s, 2 A2s, and 3 A3s back then. And I finished from secondary school. But my uncle died in that 1997. All the monies that my father was supposed to use to put me in university that was my second attempt at writing jam. The first attempt, the entire center was cancelled because they felt there was a lot of malpractice. And then my second attempt, I was excited I was going to finally get into university, only for my father to channel all the monies to go towards burial. I was really angry. There was nothing I could do at the time. Something was telling me, guy, if you don't take certain actions, you are going to write jam again at that time. And imagine me at the time, the best student in the school. Others were going to university, and I was at home. So what I did was I went to meet the Archbishop of Owerri Archdiocese, then AJV Obinna, who has been my friend up until date. And I went and told him, sir, I'm about losing my chance. I need to get into university. I don't have the money. I just needed to pay my school fees. Archbishop Obinna graciously accepted to pay, and he gave me my first ever school fees, that made me get into football. So when I got into football, I had just a shirt. I had 2 shirts and 1 pair of trousers that I would wear from Monday to Friday, and then on Friday I'll wash it, and I will stand outside to be watching it, because there were other poorer students than me who would go there to to take the clothes. And that was how I was, moving. I couldn't stay in the hostel because I didn't have paid hostel fees. So I was moving from one friend's room to the other, squatting here, squat there, or like. And then all I was doing was to check out. I heard about scholarships, and then I began to check every billboard in the school, every notice board. My eyes were always going after classes. I would go to the library. I would check newspapers, check for scholarships, and that was how I applied. And trust me, by the time I was in my third year, I had 6 scholarships to my name. I had Shell, I had Ajib, I had Chevron, it was only Mobile that I missed. That I got from Rotary. I got, because I was the best student in my school. School gave me scholarship also, and then one final one. I always forgetting the name of that that organization. I could afford all the meal. It was easy. So so I can relate to your story. So that was how my life changed. Even in my second, I know one thing with success. In my second year or third year, I decided I was going to change my outlook. So I stopped wearing all the things that I used to wear, and I began to wear flashy clothes. Even in my church, people started gossiping that Emeka had joined secret cults because I had
Yeah,
changed.
yeah,
Clothes
yeah,
became flashy. I was wearing nice clothes.
yeah.
I mean, it got to the point I was serving mass, mass servant in church, in Catholic church. They reported to my fellow mass servants that I had joined, because there was one day I wore, I didn't even know it was a color of any cult group. I think I was wearing yellow, very bright yellow shirt with, I can't remember but that was just the thing. So they went and reported that I had joined Buccaneers. And so I went, called me for a meeting. I went, everybody sat down there, and they were asking, and I was like, guys, how do you ever think that I was going to be a Buccaneer member? I have won scholarships. I was suffering in my year one. Now I need to enjoy my life. People are buying into this thing that I'm a member of cult. Well, after that, I was angry, but I didn't leave. Kept on living my life, and that was how I went through university. Part of the monies I used it to take care of my younger ones. My sister then studying economics in university. I took care of the other ones, and that was how we all, went through school based on that money. I was paying rent also for my parents from that money. I mean, 100,000 naira at that time was big money, and imagine giving you from six different companies. I mean, at some point I'll have like 600,000 naira. How much was it to go through a semester? A semester could be like a totality of everything that I would spend in school will not even be up to 40K. Food at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time, food at that time was with 20 naira, I could eat a plate of soup, I mean, plate of
yeah,
gari. 50
yeah.
naira, you're a big boy. So it was amazing, it was fun. So I can relate to your story. I just wanted to share mine. I wanted you to tell us, I mean, all these journeys, the suffering, the pain, hopping on the street and everything that you were doing at that time, and what kept you going? Because a lot of young people at that point now, what kept you going? I mean, despite all the pains, and I know that your friends were yabbing you when you were doing some of the things you were doing. How did you keep on in the midst of the darkness?
Okay. I think what's very important is that no matter what you're going through, you have to visualize your future. You need to understand that the you of today is not the you there is. It's not the last you, it's not the last version of you, right? So if there's anything, for instance, a product or a platform that is being built, you would agree with me that the first version of that product or that platform is always shitty, always having issues, always crashing, always having problems, troubles here and there. If you knew how Facebook was the first time they brought Facebook, if you use Wayback Machine to check Facebook and see how it was very horrible. Check Google, very horrible when they started. So the first version of your life, when things are not so great, it should not stop you, right? So in my case, I was very lucky that I met one guy that came to serve in my school. Was a youth corper at that point in time from Edo State. He exposed me to a lot of motivational books. I traced the foundation of most of the things I do now to those days, because if I did not believe that a better life was possible, if I did not believe that my background could not keep my back on the ground, I don't think I could have done anything. So what happens is that you first have to believe that this is possible before you begin to look for ways to make them possible. So in my case, I would just say that the first thing I did was to believe that I could make this happen. The second thing is to try to visualize what your future is going to be like. There's a price for every price, right? And you have to pay that price before you can accept the price. For you to get an award, for you to get that award, there's work, okay? And then when you do that work, there will be a reward. It's a process. So to stay motivated, to stay committed, you need to look out for the future you're building. You need to try to visualize it, even though it doesn't seem like it right now, but try to picture it, that if you're going to do what you are doing that is leading you somewhere, are going to take steps and make efforts. What is your 5 years time going to be like? What is your 10 years time going to be like? Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? What do you want to accomplish, okay, with your life? And what are the steps, action plans you can take over time consistently? It's not going to happen overnight. It's not abracadabra. It's not some magic. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take process. So this process you want to do, this thing you're passing through now, is very difficult for you. It's very hard for you. Yes, it's supposed to be hard. Nobody has promised you Eldorado. Nobody has promised you an easy life. But the question is, when you're done with this, where are you going? Look to that future, right? Look to that future and hold on to it. It's very important. And when you know that when you are that future, that you're going to help people who are in your present life, who are in your current situation, to ensure that you lend help. The truth is that you cannot do a lot of good if you're not in a good place. You cannot do a lot of good if you don't have money. You can't do a lot of good if things are not going well for you. It is only a well-fed man most times that looks out for another, right? So please, the best thing you do in that kind of situation, if you're passing through that kind of corridor, is to look to the future. That is exactly what I did. I wanted to be a lawyer. I knew that if I could fight through and get things done, that my life is going to be better. Even though I did not become a billionaire at that time, I was not thinking of being a billionaire at that time anyway, but I knew that if I struggle to go through school and then I'm able to finish school and become a lawyer, I knew that at least I'll be able to feed. In my family, we had existential problem, feeding problem. I said I didn't know that people could eat 3 times in a day. Why will you eat 3 times? How? From where? Where did you see that money? There was a point in time in my life that I used to dream and aspire to a time where I will have a full lap of chicken to myself. Because of course, when we get chicken, we share it with my siblings. I have 4 siblings. So you have to share it. If they bring beef, you share it. If they bring fish, you have to divide it, use knife and cut it small, small. I used to dream and hope for a time where I'll grow up and I'll be able to have a full lap of chicken to myself. That was a dream, a very valid dream. Don't tell me it's not valid. It's very, very valid. Right? So at that point in time, even with that kind of, squalor, I knew that if I could fight through and pay the price to become a lawyer, that my life would be better. Even if I don't become the richest person around, but I will have, things I wanted to have. I'll be able to have basic life, basic standard of life, good life to a reasonable extent, and I'll be able to help my family. So what kept me going were a couple of things. One, the future I was building. I could picture that future. Two, I did not want for any reason to experience what my parents experienced, what I experienced. I did not also want anybody that I'll bet in this life to go through what I'm doing, go through what I'm going through. I did not want anybody that will come from me from now throughout my generation to ever experience that. So I wanted a generational shift. Okay, from where we were to where we want to go to. And it will start with me. It has to start with me. Nobody is doing it. I have to do it. It's a task I have to take, right? So apart from family issues, but most importantly, the future I was being, because at the end of the day, you are the primary beneficiary of your success or your failure. It's very important to understand this. Whether you succeed or you don't succeed or you fail at a thing, you are the first and primary fundamental pivotal beneficiary of your success or your failure. You're the person that will test the thing. You're the person that will touch it. You're the person that will enjoy it. You're not doing this for anybody really alone. Even, of course, as you're going to carry your family along, but you need to understand that, first of all, this is for you. This is what you want to do. You want a change. You want a shift. And you're willing and ready to pay the price for that price you want to, get. For the price of the shift, you have to pay that. And while you're paying that, remember the price. Remember the crown. Remember the award. That was my own motivation, basically, to run away from that terrible situation, that rat race situation, that to be handicapped, to run away from the trenches, to better put it, to leave the trenches was my motivation. And again, staying consistent, right? Because I can see the future, I can see where I'm going to. It was enough motivation for me.
Oh, thank you so much, Remedy, for this. Guys, as you are tuning in now, please, if you are getting value, let me see in the comment section that you are getting value. Let me see your yes. If you have been blessed so far by all the things that Remedy has been sharing, let me see your yes in the comment section. If you have not been blessed, please let me see your no. Also, I'm seeing one person. I feel that is a mistake. That individual has clicked an angry emoticon, and I don't know why the person is angry, right? So they're saying Remedy Nwankwo is a goat. He deserves the trophy too, just like Mercy. Okay. All right. So if you are enjoying the session, I want you to do just one thing for me right now. There's a share button. All right. Be very benevolent. Be very appreciative of what we are doing. Just click the share button right now. Okay. It's just beneath the screen. Click the share button and share this anywhere you're watching from. If you're watching from Facebook, please share. If you're watching from LinkedIn, do a reshare of this live stream so that other individuals can enjoy and benefit. If you're also watching from anywhere that you are, there's always a share button. Okay. So go ahead and reshare, share this live stream so that other individuals. So I can see a lot of yeses. People are saying yes, yes, and yes, and yes. I can see all of you sharing, saying yes. Thank you for being here. And please go ahead right now and share this live stream immediately. Okay. Pause a bit, just a second, tap the share button and share this live stream. Add a few words and invite your friends to be part of what we are doing right now. So Remedy, let's go into the key thing right now. You make money from blogging. Okay. You know that I have already paid to be your mentee also, but laziness and time and everything. But trust me, I'm coming to Abuja next year to begin my journey in blogging. I'm not going to miss it. And as I told you, it's strictly for making money. That's why I'm starting in the blogging sphere. But then I want you to throw light on how you make money from blogging. You know, many of us, when we started out hearing blogging, our own singular, many of us, the singular model that we had at the time was Linda Ikeji. So I remember a friend of mine who said he wanted to do blogging. You know, then we were still working. The guy said he wanted to do blogging, And then I said, okay. He said he wanted to blog about agriculture, you know, his love for agriculture and all that. And so he started out blogging. But then one week, 1 month, 2 months, he came back and said that he's not making money. But Linda Cage is making a lot of money. And then the next thing he said he wanted to pivot into writing entertainment. The next thing, the guy stopped agriculture and started writing entertainment. Don Jazzy will fight somebody, will come and write it. Somebody's bonbon will show you now come on, you know. But I don't know what I left the company. I don't know what became of that guy now. So for many of us, the thinking we have always had is that blogging is all about what Linda Ikeji is doing, writing about, you know, people call it gossip blog. I don't want to I don't want to go in the line against the law if I use that term basically. But that's what I've heard from individuals that that's what she does. I'm not really a fan of hers. I don't really read the things that she writes on her blog, but that's what people always thought blogging was all about. So give us a fundamental meaning. Is that what blogging is all about? Must everybody be in that category? And then how do you make money from blogging? And for those who want to start out on the blogging journey, what will you advise them to do? So tell us a bit what you think blogging should really be about. How do you make money from blogging? And how do you advise individuals who want to step into the blogging game?
All right, thank you again. Well, blogging is about publishing content online. Blogging has a broad definition, right? It's about publishing content online. Some people even argue that what we do on Facebook, what we do on Twitter constitutes blogging, right? So when you put out information online, you are blogging actually, right? Now, when you want to start blogging, Linda Ikeji is a model and she's very popular as a blogger. So when people mention blogging, the first thing that comes to your mind is Linda Ikeji or Gist Lover. Some of you here are gossip lovers. You're always looking for things they will tell you or some other, gossip blog around. But the truth is that blogging is very broad, right? So there are different niches to blogging. There are people who blog entertainment, which covers gossip, news, movies, and all the things that entertain you, right? That's a niche. There are also people who blog about education as a niche, and it has sub niches like scholarships. There are people that focus on scholarships. There are people that focus on, school updates like jams, jam results, WAEC, NECO, and all that you have. There are people that also focus on football. Okay, there are people that focus on agriculture, there are people that focus on food, there are people that focus on jobs. Okay, all these job sites you see, you submit your emails, they keep sending you updates and they publish about jobs that are available. Those things are blogging. So it is not true that if you want to blogging that you must go into gossip, you must go into news. I don't have a news website, I don't have a gossip website. Why? Because it's very tasking to maintain. So every day you're always looking out for the first news, to come out so you can publish it and people can read. That's a lot of work, really. And I always advise my students, there's no money in entertainment blogging. So even though Linda is popular, Linda has made money in her time. You need to understand that you don't have to do what Linda did or what Linda is currently doing. If you watch now, you see that Linda is transitioning from just an ordinary gossip blog to a news platform, a media platform. She's transitioning from gossip to media platform. That is why she has a TV, she has a talk show, and a couple of other, products and platforms coming up. Why? There's no money in just posting news. for the purpose of what we do, unless you're doing PR kind of blogging, where you clean images, you publish PR content for people, and you have large followings, people pay you for that. But if you're blogging and you intend to monetize with Google AdSense, there's no money, ladies and gentlemen, in entertainment. So I will not even advise you to go there. You will be so stressed out, yet you will not see the result of what you're doing. So the second leg of the question, how do you make money from blogging? There are different ways of making money from blogging. So if you have a blog, the essence is that you deliver value and that you get rewarded. The money you make from being a blogger is a reward for value. Money is always, no matter where you are, no matter your platform, whether it is blogging or something else, money is always a reward for value. So when you create value, you get rewarded with money. And now, what is the value we bring to the table? What is the value we are creating as bloggers? We are creating traffic as value. Okay, because if you have a product or a platform and you intend to sell it and you want a blogger to advertise for you, people will see your product and they'll come and patronize you. So we're giving you sales through the traffic we push to you. We create platform for people who are doing PR, or people who are doing politicians, people who are doing campaigns, people who are doing different things. If you go to Linda Ikeji blog, for instance, or if you go to some other blogs, very popular blogs, you will see advertisements all over, right? But the one we use to monetize, the one I use and all my students use, is called Google AdSense. So Google AdSense is a program that Google has. Everybody here knows what is Google. You must have searched one or two things on Google. And it's always very funny. Sometimes when people search something on Google and say, yes, I saw it on Google, it is true. My dear, it's not everything that is on Google that is true. It's not true. Some of us publish things on Google, and some bloggers publish things that are not so very correct. So when you search for something, of course, you're going to get results. So when you're searching for something on Google, if you notice when you search for anything on Google, you may not see the complete answer on the first page of Google. So you have to click somewhere to read the answer in full. So when you click on that page to read the full answer that you're looking for, you're going to land on somebody's website. So Google, as a search engine, is an aggregation of different web pages, what people are publishing, people's content put together. So they have spiders, crawlers that go about the internet, crawling and indexing information. So when you search, they serve you information that has been published by somebody. It doesn't mean that Google owns that information. So that is why you have to click to read more. When you are clicking to read more and you land on that person's page or website, and that person is a partner on Google AdSense program, you will notice that sometimes you see things that display like ad. Click here to do this, click here to do that. Banner of somebody selling something. Those things are advertisements placed by Google because that person is a partner. So Google AdSense is a partnership program where Google and website owners come together. The website owner has traffic. Google has access to people who want to, advertise, right? So Google will place advert on the person's website, and then when people visit that website and click on those ads, then Google and the owner of the website will share the money. So the owner will get 64%, and Google takes 36%. I think so. Is this 64, 68%? Google takes 32%, right? So this is a classical example of what I'm talking about. Let's assume that Mr. Okeke has a car stand and he wants to sell his cars. So Mr. Okeke doesn't know how to reach people who are living in Lagos or in Abuja. So Mr. Okeke will take pictures and videos of the cars he's selling and go to our sugar mommy, Google. Google is our sugar mommy. He's a very sweet sugar mommy. There's no sugar mommy sweeter than Google. Don't even drag it with me at all. So Mr. Okeke will take his car, pictures or videos, and then go to Google, my darling sugar mommy, and then give it to Google and say, sugar mommy Google, please advertise this thing to people who are living in Lagos, who are living in Abuja. I want to make sales. So Google will now carry it and look for a platform that is in Nigeria, that has people visiting from Nigeria, traffic in Nigeria, for instance, and then give them that thing and say, place this thing on your website. So let's say it is my website. So Google will carry advert of Mr. Okeke and place on my website. So you, Mr. Emeka Nobis, and all the people on this call will now visit my website, maybe because they're looking for a job, or because they're looking for scholarship, or because they're looking for, cars to buy or whatever. And then they land on my site, and then they will see Mr. Okeke's advert. And then they will click and go and see Mr. Okeke's cars and possibly patronize Mr. Okeke. So at the end of the day, it becomes a win-win situation. Mr. Okeke gets new customers. But remember that Mr. Okeke does not know me as the blog owner. He doesn't know me. Mr. Okeke doesn't know where Google is going to get traffic from and send to him. Customers, let me not use the word traffic. He doesn't know where Google will get customers from and send to him. What he wants is to make sales. Even if he's selling cars or clothes or shoes or cakes, as the case may be. So they will send customers to Mr. Okeke who will patronize Mr. Okeke in Lagos or in Abuja or wherever you're marketing from. So we will take Mr. Okeke's money. Let's assume that Mr. Okeke paid 100,000 to Google. So Google and I will share the money. I will take 68%, which is 68,000, and Google will take 32,000. So that is how the idea of Google AdSense came about, right? So when you have a blog and you have traffic, you make money. Okay, so the variant of blogging I do, that my people do, is that we get traffic, we send to our website, and then we make money via the Google AdSense program. So on the 21st of every month, Google sends out, payments, and most of these payments, of course, are in dollars, in pounds, in euros, and most of the people who are my students are actually outside the country. Nigerians who are in Australia, I have students in Canada, I have students in UK, I have students in US, I have students I have a student in New Zealand, end of the world. I have people in different places who are doing amazing things using blogging. So in summary, no, you don't have to blog entertainment to make money. How do you make money from blogging? You can make money in different ways. It's either you're monetizing directly by people having to place advert on your platform, okay, and you pay them up. People pay you for posting their products or their articles or their biography or whatever. Then the one we use majorly, when I mean we, I mean myself and all my students, is Google AdSense program. So we get traffic, we send there, and we make money, right? Sometimes you make ×2 of your money, or ×3 or ×4, sometimes as good as ×10 of your money, right? So at the end of the day, on 21st of the month, Google sends your payment down here in Nigeria. You can walk into any bank and withdraw your bank, not any bank, sorry. You can walk into your bank and withdraw the money. Those are the two legs of the question. Is there a third leg of the question?
Thank you so much, Remedy, for this. This is amazing. So the question is now, okay, guys, before we go to that question, please go ahead and share the live stream still. All right. I'm still seeing very few shares. For us to have this number of individuals we have on this live stream, I want every single individual, please click the share button. It's not just to get the value. Click the share button and share this live stream. All right. Wherever you are, LinkedIn, Facebook, click the share button so that other individuals who didn't tune into the live stream can also depend on what you've shared to them to be able to get value. So the question right now is, I know you have blogging courses, you have mentoring programs. Some individuals are already asking in the comment section, how can they start? How can they partner with Google? What should they do? Please go ahead and let us know what they should be able to do. Individuals are asking, how do you draw traffic to your blog? I know it has to be a really condensed approach to helping them start on this journey. Let's know from you what they should do.
Okay, getting started with blogging is pretty easy. So the problem is making money from blogging, right? But I'll talk about getting started and then we'll get to making money. If you want to get started with blogging, the first thing, of course, every reasonable person would do is to seek knowledge and try to, learn how this thing is done, right? And then there are different entry points. It's very important that I state this. I have to be very straight and very direct with you. There are different entry points in blogging, but the first thing you have to do is to learn what it is, right? Some of you who are on this call don't know what blogging is about, so you need to find out. And if you want to find out, there are many ways you can do that. You can just hop on Google and Google how to, be a blogger, or how to the business of blogging, what it entails. Or you can go to YouTube and search Remedy Nwankwo. You will see my free course. I have a free course, a very valuable free course on blogging that you can take. If you just go to YouTube now and search, or even type www.youtube.com/@Remedy Nwankwo, you will see my channel. You will see a free course I have there. Over about 3,000 persons, I think so. About 3,000 persons have taken the course for free. So you too can, indeed take that course. If you want to put it, go a notch higher, you can go to our learning platform, our academy, skiller.com. Skiller is spelled SKILLARR. SKILLARR.com. So you also see the niche blogging course that I have there, right? So those are two entry points. Okay, but the speed of growth you have as a blogger is dependent on your entry point. What you know is very important. So there are different ways you can blog. You can just create your blog and then apply for Google Adsense, and then you begin to wait. Of course, if you take the niche blogging course, for instance, you are going to learn how to apply for Google Adsense. You're going to learn what blogging is all about, how you can write your content, how you can do all the do's we do in blogging, right? Almost all the do's. So you can learn all of that. But if you want to take it a notch higher, which I will most likely advise, you can buy a Google AdSense account. Yes, people can indeed buy Google AdSense account. So there's a market, a very large market for Google AdSense account. You can buy a fresh AdSense account for around 80, 100K, 120K, 150K, and then you get started. Right? But if you have a personal brand you want to build, let's say you have a website and you want it to be Nwankwo.com, or you already have an existing platform that you want to bring to the Google AdSense program, you can simply apply. It is free. Has become unnecessarily difficult. When we started, it was a lot easier, to gain approval into the Google AdSense program. But it's difficult now, especially for Nigerians. Okay, so you have to write lots and lots of content. You have to design a website, and then you have to apply for the program. But the program is entirely free. And then when you apply, you have to make $10, and then they will verify you, submit your ID card. You have to receive a PIN from the US showing that you're actually resident in Nigeria or whichever country you're claiming to be from. Then we move on to the highest level of it. How do you make money from it? How do you get traffic, right? So there are two things you can do, and these entry points, we have the low entry points and the high entry points. So if you want to apply for AdSense, of course, you're going to be writing content, and when they approve you, you follow the process of approval, and you're going to verify yourself, and you now start looking out for traffic. Once you are in the Google AdSense program, your next challenge will be traffic. How do you get traffic that will enable you make money? So there are two ways to do this. One is either you start writing contents and then you start doing search engine optimization, and then you're waiting for search engine to send you traffic. When search engine send you traffic, you now make money. Or you buy the traffic. And I must be sincere with you, what my students and I do, the people who are in my mentorship program, is that we don't wait for traffic. We don't beg for traffic. We don't ask search engine for traffic. One thing, the difference between most of us who are making money from blogging and those who are not, is that most people who are not making money from blogging assume that blogging is passion. So they see blogging from the point of passion. But we see blogging from the point of business. It's very important. There's a very clear distinction. I believe that your passion should pay your bill. If you don't have another way of paying your bill, and your passion is not paying your bill, you are very wrong, sir. Your passion should pay your bill. If your passion is not paying your bill, find something else that can pay your bills while you pursue your passion. And I always ask people this very important question. Do you think Dangote has passion for cement? He doesn't have passion for cement. It's business to him. Do you think Otelo has passion for drinking oil? He doesn't have passion for that. Okay? But it is business. A man has to do what he has to do. So you need to ask yourself, are you getting into blogging to make money, or you're going to blogging to blog passionately? The kind of blogging I do, I made it popular, right? I was among the very few people that started talking about the kind of blogging I do. That is the idea of buying traffic and not writing content and waiting for search engine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with writing content and waiting for search engine to, give you traffic. But there's a risk attached to that. Google is now releasing updates every single month. updates are hitting people, and all my friends who are doing writing content and waiting and doing SEO are all jumping to the kind of blogging we do. So if blogging is business for you, every business needs to make money. And if you want to make money, which is the fast way in blogging, if you want to follow the fast way of blogging, you have to purchase traffic and send to your website. And this traffic will, of course, deliver value to the people who are advertising, and you make money from Google. Okay, and in my case, sometimes I spend 200,000 on ads for a website a day. Sometimes I spend 500,000. There are days I spend up to 600, 700,000 running ads on different platforms to send traffic to my website. So I will write an article, probably for people that want to japa, for instance. Okay, so how to relocate to Canada, how to relocate to USA, how to relocate to Australia, or jobs that are available there. So when I'm done writing that article, I have to put that article in the faces of people on Facebook, on Google, or whatever I can find. So I'll put it in the face of people. These people will now visit my blog and read this article. And when they are reading this article, they will likely click on ads, because Google is going to show them advertisements that relate to that article. So let's say the article is about how to move to Canada. So when they land on my website, Google is going to likely show them advertisement of people, agencies running Canada visa, agencies, travel agencies to Canada, travel agencies to US, and then because it's related to this particular article they're reading, they will likely click on those. And once they click on that advert, I've earned money. It doesn't matter whether they later buy the agency business or whether they buy their package or their service. Once you click on that thing, you visit my website and click on an ad and land on the person's website, I've earned money. Okay, so if you want to come into blogging, you need to decide whether it is passion for you, because of course you may have a personal brand you're therefore you want to be on the Adsense program. I would advise you, if that's what you're doing, I would advise you to start writing contents and possibly apply. So sorry, there was a network issue. So I would advise you, if you're building a personal brand and you want to be on the Google Adsense program, I would advise you to write content and apply and then get that, right? But if blogging means business for you, please, I would advise you, when you get into blogging, please go and purchase traffic. And somebody asked in the comments, how and where can you purchase traffic? It's very simple. I'm going to name about 5 platforms you can buy traffic from. Okay, and when you buy this traffic, all right, you'll be able to make times 2 or times 3 or times 4 of the money. I don't want to sound so bogus. I don't want to make very bogus claims, but I don't know any business that can double money today, this month, as fast as blogging does. Because as I speak with you now, I am on this program right now. But since the time I came into this program, this is like 1 hour. While I'm on this program, I am making money on my Google Adsense account. Not 1, not 2. Why? Because I've set up advertisements. I am not begging for traffic. I've set up advertisements that is working independent of my being there. It does not matter whether I'm online. It does not matter whether I'm offline. It doesn't matter whether I'm snoring, whether I'm sleeping, whether I'm in a bathroom, whether I'm cooking food, whether I'm outside having, it doesn't matter, right? So you set up these ads, send traffic, relevant and valuable traffic to your website, and you make money. So let's assume you spend 100,000 sending traffic. You should be able to see 200,000, sometimes as much as 500,000, right? So that is how it is. Okay, so what are the platforms you can buy traffic from? Currently, we're using Facebook. You know, it's very funny. Some people on Facebook chatting and gossiping and following trends up and down. Some of us will follow you and catch the cruise, but while you're on Facebook, we are using Facebook to make money. It's very important. And I don't mean my Facebook wall. Okay, you cannot go to my Facebook wall and see where I posted, please visit my blog. That would be me begging you. So I don't beg for traffic. So I don't post things like that on my Facebook wall. So I'm not saying you should get into blogging. I want to create a blog and you're on AdSense program, either by applying or by buying a Google AdSense, and then you start posting and sharing things on your wall. It's just like those who are doing business, small business on Facebook. And if you go to their wall, you see all their products listed on your wall. Every day they're posting about their products and their products and their products. Your friends are just about 3,000 or 5,000 people, and they get saturated with all these things that you see every day. So what do? You advertise. There's a proper way to advertise on Facebook. You pay Facebook money to show people who are not your friends your product and your services. And what is my product? My product is the content I have for specific people. Let's say NNPC is hiring and I write an article about it. So I want people who are living in Nigeria between so and so age, let's say between the ages of 25. Of course, when you're 25, you are probably done with school, or from 30 to people who are 35 or so, depending on what NNPC is looking for. So I pay Facebook money, and Facebook shows this my advertisement to people who are living in Nigeria, and these people are able to apply for NNPC job, right? So that is value that I've created. So if you have something you're selling, or you have a blog and that blog is about scholarship and there's a Commonwealth scholarship that is ongoing, so what you have to do is create a content, you pay Facebook money, set up an advertisement, and Facebook is able to show this your content to people. So when these people visit your blog to read about Commonwealth scholarship, they will click on your ads and you make money, at least times 2 of that money you have spent paying Facebook to show these people this thing, right? So Facebook is not a place for banters alone. It's not a place for cruise alone. You can indeed advertise. Okay? And then I see businesses and they find it difficult to pay money for advertisement. Some of us who are bloggers will spend a lot of money advertising, and that is why you make decent money. So this month, somebody probably spend 3 million naira to generate 10 million naira in revenue. That's not bad business. To spend 3 million and generate 10 million, or spend 3 million and generate 7 million, or spend 3 million and generate 8 million, as the case may be. But you need to understand that it's about capacities. There are people who are spending 10,000 naira on ad. There are people who are spending 5,000 naira on ad. There are people spending 1,000 naira on ad. So when I mention 3 million, it doesn't mean that anybody who is coming to blogging must jump into that. No, it's a garbage in, garbage out system. You put in money, you get money, right? So Facebook is number one. The second one is TikTok, right? So we have a course on TikTok. If you go to Skiller.com, Skiller is spelled again Skilllar, Skiller.com. You will see our course on TikTok ads, how you can drive traffic to your blog or your business using TikTok ads. TikTok ads is not for cruise alone. TikTok is not for cruise alone. And you don't need to have a TikTok account to run a TikTok ads. You don't need to have an active TikTok account, like where you're posting things before you can run TikTok ads. You just pay TikTok money, and TikTok carries your goods and services and shows to people. And in this case, if you're a blogger, what is your goods? What is your product? What is your service? Your service is your content. A content that is providing solution to people, something that people are looking for. Everybody is looking to japa. Why people are looking to japa in Nigeria? I am making money from japa because I'm providing content that is teaching people how to japa, even though I have not japad. Because of course, I believe you can be in UK and not be okay. Yeah, you can. You can be in UK and not be okay. So while I'm here in Nigeria, I am showing people how they can japa. And since I have content showing people how they can japa to UK, Australia, Canada, I pay these platforms money to show you. So you visit my blog and I make money from your desire to japa. Very important. So Facebook, TikTok, we have Propeller ads. We have Astera ads. Even though I'm not using Astera, but is one of them. And then we have email service. There are bloggers who are focused on using emails to drive traffic, right? So when you start running your ads, you optimize so that people can give you their emails, and later on, the people that use this the most are job websites. If you're blogging about jobs, you need people to submit their emails to you so that when there's a new job, you can send them updates over and over and over. So those are the entry points of blogging. It's either you're entering from the scratch or you can buy your way in. That is just the truth. You can enter from scratch by writing content and getting approved on the Google Adsense account. This Google Adsense program, this can take you a month or two, but you get in and you follow gradually. My course, my free course on YouTube, Remedy Nwankwo on YouTube, is going to show you how to gradually get into the Google Adsense program and how you can make money gradually. But if you want to jump in from the entry points that we're using, okay, you have to purchase Google AdSense. And like I said before, some of them cost 100K, some cost 200K, some cost even as much as 1 million naira, right? So look at the entry point you want to get into blogging. If you intend to make money from blogging, first of all, define whether it is a passion or a business. If it's a business, please treat it as a business. because every business requires money for you to get into that business, and of course to make money. Everybody in my mentorship program, of course, my mentorship program used to cost 500,000, but now is costing ₦1,000,000. When they done, Emeka no be paid to join my mentorship program, it was 500,000, but it's now ₦1,000,000. So everybody who is in there, if you put in the knowledge we share, if you put in what you've learned and practice, you make money. All the 29 people who have made at least ₦1,000,000 from my program, they don't have two heads. It's not rocket science. It's not abracadabra. Just do what everybody else is doing, to make money. But I understand. If you don't have money, go through the process, learn, okay, and follow through, and then you will still make money.
So much value, man. Lots of value that we've gotten so much from here. But I got a question. Somebody's asking, I'm one of your students. I purchased your course, but I want to ask questions, but you're not replying. Please reply me. I don't know, remember if there's a place.
I will respond to that now. Can you let me respond to that?
Okay. Sorry?
Can you quickly let me respond to that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Nwakwo Essien.
Oh, okay. All right. So the point of that question is that you need to understand that there's a difference between a course and a mentorship program. All right. It's very important. So just like the niche blogging course, for instance, when I launched out the niche blogging course, it was my friends that influenced me to launch that course. Before now, I did not believe that all these low ticket course, 5,000, 10,000 naira courses, I didn't believe in doing something like that. So my friends prevailed on me to launch a low ticket course to help people. And that is why when I launched out the niche blogging course, over 1,000 persons paid for that course in 24 hours. Over 1,000 persons paid for that course in 24 hours. And that was a record. But this person who is asking this question, you need to know that there's a distinction between a course and a mentorship program. Is very important. Okay? There is no follow-up that comes with you taking a one-off course if it is not promised. So this person who is saying this thing now probably paid online and took my the niche blogging course for 4,000 naira or 5,000 naira. That is a one-off course. I'm not owing you a mentorship because you paid for the niche blogging course. If you have questions, I would advise join our Telegram group from the first week of January. We intend to open the Telegram group so that we can begin to, take more questions. I have people who have taken the course who come to my inbox on Facebook and ask me questions, and I respond. But I want to know that I don't owe you that response. It's very important that you understand it. I don't owe you that response. Okay? There is nobody who is on my mentorship program who will say you cannot. Of course, you have my personal line. You can call me. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. You can do a lot of things. But please understand that there's a distinction between a course, a one-off course, and then, of course, a mentorship program. So please do not feel entitled to the benefits that come with a mentorship program simply because you bought a course. It's very important. But please join our Telegram group. I'm going to post it again today. If you go to the comments of the post I made today, I'm going to post it again. Join that place. First week of January, I'm going to be coming live to answer questions from the niche blogging class. I'm going to be coming live as often as I can, probably 3 times a week. And that is going to happen all through the whole of January. So please, January is just about 2 weeks from now. So document all your questions, please. If you're on that course, wait for us on the Telegram group. We're going to attend to that. But please do not feel entitled to what you're not entitled to. It's very important.
Okay, somebody's asking a question. I feel that the question is not of value, but then let me ask you. Somebody's asking, with the emergence of ChatGPT, what's the future of blogging on Google? I feel that there's no competition there, but then go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's ChatGPT is a very amazing tool, but I do not feel it's a competition for Google for many reasons and from my experience. So the platform helps you, if you're a blogger, it will help you produce content, to help you do a lot of things. But I do not feel that it's going to replace Google for a couple of reasons. One, Google has data. Google has been in this business for so long a time. right? So you don't just wake up and displace them. Secondly, Google has lots and lots of advertisers on their platform. So there's a service that Google is rendering that the ChatGPT platform is not rendering. Okay, so how exactly is the platform going to link, like the instance I gave? How are they going to link Mr. Okeke, myself, and the people who are buying things? Is there a way around that? There's no way around it. I don't think they've figured out a way around it. So until they do that, blogging remains on course because the Google AdSense program will continue. Why? The major value the Google AdSense program is providing is to connect advertisers to people that have traffic. So somebody living in Abuja or in UK or in Australia and wants to advertise, you don't even need to live in Nigeria to advertise to people who are living in Nigeria. So let's say you are in UK and you have a program that you want to advertise to people who are living in Nigeria. You can go to Google and pay Google money, and Google is able to show that product or that service or that program to people who are living in Nigeria. And these people who are living in Nigeria, you don't even need to know them. It is the job of Google to find these people. So how exactly is the ChatGPT platform competing with that? And that is what we do as bloggers. So I don't feel there's a competition, really. I don't think there is. So I think the future of blogging is as bright as it gets. And it's not stopping anytime soon.
Okay, I think we have two more questions and then we'll call it a day. Somebody's asking, Treasure is asking, I paid for the niche blogging course. Since the new website launched, I can't access the course anymore. I'm being asked to purchase it again. I don't know if there's something I'm doing wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the Skiller platform is where we're hosting the niche blogging course. When we launched it out, it was on the old platform. We are transitioning the platform. And thank you for this question. It's very important I say this. We are transitioning the Skiller Academy platform from just a platform where we have our courses to, a broader spectrum where people can come and host their courses. So I even want to invite people who are on this program, please visit the Skiller platform. If you have a course, please, you can host with us. We power you, to sell your products or your courses or your program, to people who are living anywhere, just about anywhere in the world. You can use our platform, host your courses on our platform, and it's free to host your courses on a platform. The only things that will charge is small percentage whenever you make a sale, but you can host your courses for free with us. You can upload videos, you can upload your courses in images, you can even upload your courses in audios, videos, audios, images, and a lot of other formats. So head on to skiller.com, create an account, upload your course, and then start selling to your audience who are living in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, wherever they are in the world. So the platform was Skiller.academy before, so we moved to Skiller.com. So if you were previously on the this thing, we migrated over 1,700 from the old platform who were on the niche blogging course. We migrated them to the new platform. So if you were not migrated, which I don't think, just very few people were not migrated, but if you are among the very few people that were not migrated on the old platform, please just chat us on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp line, my WhatsApp contact is right on my page. Go to the pinned post on my profile. You're going to see the WhatsApp contact. You're going to see the Telegram group link. I think I will have to, add that. So the WhatsApp link, a link for you to contact us on WhatsApp is right there. Please send us a message and then we'll check the whole platform and migrate you. But over 1,700 persons have been migrated. And right now we actually have about 9,000 plus students who are learning on the platform. So if you were not migrated on the old platform, please just send us a WhatsApp message. We will migrate you. You don't have to pay again for any reason, please.
Okay, guys, an amazing time. So please, as I said, always do share this video. All right, beneath the frame right now, click the share button. We're about to wrap up with the final few sentences and words on this live stream. But click the share button beneath so that we can have this go viral to as many individuals as possible. So Remedy, final thing. What will be your words to those young individuals who are now looking towards making money, increasing their finances? What values should they imbibe in their lives? What virtues should they hold on so sacrosanctly, right? Go ahead and share with us. Piece of advice for them, making money, virtues, values, and systems.
All right. So this to me has always been a very simple thing. And there's a very simple pattern and process I always give out. And if you follow that process, I am almost sure that you get the result you want to accomplish. And this is the process. So the first thing is just like what my friend Mr. Emmanuel Agbe used to say. If you know your onions, you will likely do what? Eat your suya is very important. And I keep saying, the first thing you have to do if you're looking for ways to make money online is to decide on the skill you want to learn. I believe that chasing too many things and being spread thin is not the way to go. So when you're doing too many things and you have not established yourself in one thing, it becomes difficult to actually get the result you're looking for. So if you're looking to make money online, I want you today to think about just one digital skill that you want to learn. And when you do this, I want you to focus on learning. That's the next stage. Okay, first stage, choose what you want to do. If it is blogging, if it is affiliate marketing, if it is copywriting, if it is just about anything, choose what you want to do. And when you do that, avoid every other shiny object. You're going to see a lot of things that will attract you, that will seem like the next best thing after sliced bread. Avoid those things and focus your attention. Then the next thing is start learning. You have to be very good at what you do. Learn, and there are two ways to learn. You can learn on your own, using resources, probably free resources on YouTube, free resources on the internet. And people underrate YouTube. There are a lot of resources on YouTube that you can latch on if you don't have money. But if you have money, get somebody to mentor you. If it's copywriting that you want to do, look for somebody who is exceptionally good in copywriting and has produced results. Please hold that person by the trousers. Hold and well, and learn from that person. If it requires paying, pay. And paying for mentorship does not need to be about money alone. There are two ways you can pay somebody. You can pay somebody either with money or you can pay with service. Look out for something, just about anything that you think is valuable to that person and that person actually needs. Serve. If you don't have money, serve. If you have money and you can afford it, pay for a mentorship program and make sure you learn from that person. Follow up. Follow that person up. Don't just get a couple of tips here and there and you go. Follow up. If things are working, share it. If things are not working, share with the person. Let the person know about your progress. Follow the person up. Ask questions. Reach out. Okay? And then when you're done taking your mentorship and learning, the next thing is take action. Take action. And the action should be consistent action. I always say, and I believe verily to be true, that results come from doing, not from learning. Results come from doing, not from learning. You can learn a plethora of things. You can learn too many things, and you are not doing anything with it. Right? It's very important. Learn and do. Learn and do. The result you're looking for will come from doing over time. It will not come from learning over time. So as you're learning, please be doing. Be ye doers of this word, not just hearers of the word, not just listeners of the word. Be ye doers of this. Follow this process and do. Take action. And when things are not so working well, please continue to take action. When it is comfortable, take action. What is uncomfortable? When it is uncomfortable, take action. Action is not just for when it is convenient for you. When it is convenient, take action. When it is not convenient, keep taking action. Keep showing up on that thing you want to do, that thing you want to learn. Put in effort, take action, and then grow up from there. I believe that if you follow this process I just explained now, whether it is blogging or not blogging, and you want to make money online, follow this process. I believe you're going to make money online.
Thank you so much, Remedy. You guys, you have been amazing. Thank you, all the guys who tuned in for this session. So Nek is asking the mentorship. Mentorship is 1 million naira. All right. So if you've got 1 million naira, you can go ahead. I paid 500,000 when it was 500,000, but now it's 1 million. So Nek, if you've got 1 million, please approach Remedy. If you don't have 1 million, you can go to the academy and start out with the cheaper courses. And while you're making money, you can sign up. So Remedy, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. If you've not shared and you're still listening right now, just click that share button beneath. The share button just beneath this frame, the frame that you're watching, and share this live stream to as many individuals as possible. So, Remedy, I want to say thank you. I mean, your time has been very amazing. Thank you so much for sharing from the depth of your experience and from your heart. This is my first time that I'm hosting you on a platform like this, but I look forward to hosting you more for the work that you're doing for Skiller Academy. I think that we should talk about Skiller Academy in the coming year for a lot of individuals to partake in the offerings there so that a lot of individuals can be rescued from the jaws of poverty that many are. I mean, with what tech available to us, there's nobody that should be complaining about not making money with laptop, with the phone. I mean, it's amazing. I can tell you the absolute truth. I know you don't like to do short courses, all right? You don't like to do short courses, but to tell you the truth, my training that is going to be launched on the 25th of December, I just started wait list for it, and I've just done like it was 2 million, it's getting to 3 million now, and it's something that I will take the money and plug in, and it's just, I mean, utilizing the internet is very amazing. I must tell you the absolute truth. So from all the short videos that I've done for that training, I'm going to run ads, and I'm very glad that what you've told individuals about spending money to run ads. So I can put out short clips of the video, very beautiful video, and then I can run it to Uganda, I can run it to Kenya, spend 1,000 naira per day, run it to Uganda. You never can tell who will see it. You never can tell who will see it in Kenya. I can run ads to UK. You never can tell who will see it, and they keep coming your direction. And who knows? A billionaire may decide one day, guy, take this one, guy, take this car. You're touching people's lives. I just keep telling people the beauty of the internet, but I don't know. Many don't see it. Many don't still look, see the possibilities. But I hope that as we are preaching the gospel consistently, many will begin to believe. So thank you so much, the Zadi of Skilla, no more the Zadi of Abuja, for your great work. I look forward to being in Abuja latest by February, so that we can discuss other plans that have to do with blogging. God bless you for tuning in. God bless you for your time. I hope that you can answer our call when we call again to be of great blessing. So from me to everyone, where you're watching from, God bless you. Goodbye. See you again at 3 p.m. for another session, and tomorrow again at 12 p.m., where I'm hosting another amazing young soul on Young and Earning. God bless you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.